Hey, welcome to bitipsandtricks.com. My name is Natraj, and today's topic is our very first report of SQL Server reporting services. Okay, let's get started. Alright, we are in Microsoft Visual Studio 2008. The way you open it is basically click on Start button on your Windows and basically go into the Microsoft SQL Server, and you will find Microsoft Visual Studio 2008 out there. Just click on that and you'll come up with this screen here. Alright, the first thing you got to do to create a new report is basically go to File menu, click on that and click New and New Project. And then over here you got different types of templates. You got Analysis Services, Integration Services, Reporting Server Project with Wizard. That automatically starts a wizard there, and if you're importing Analysis Services 2008 database, you can use that. This is the Integration Services Project Report Model Project there. For this we'll be using Report Server Project. Over here you can change the name here. I'll name it as my first SSRS report using wizard. Once we click on that one, I'll show you how to get onto the wizard again. You can change the solution name there. We won't change anything at the moment, we'll just leave it like that. We'll cover that one in the next topic. And the location of the file that you're saving the solution, you can change it if you want. Just leave it as it is for now. Click OK, and there you go. We created the very first solution. Here you got the Solution Explorer there, and at the bottom you got the properties. Let's look at the Solution Explorer first. You got shared data sources and the reports. So what's shared data sources? So shared data sources is basically you can create one link for a database, and you can basically use that one on different reports. So you can just right click and add new data source, and you got a wizard there, a pop-up, and you basically type in the database name or whatever name you want to give it. I will type AdventureWorks here. Oops. And then if you wanna select different type of database server, you can do that. You can connect to Teradata, Hyperion, SAP, you name it, Oracle, Analysis Services as well. In this instance, guys, I just want to let you know one thing. We'll be using Microsoft SQL Server here. We won't be doing anything around Analysis Services yet. I'll be showing very basic reports, how to create a report using normal SQL rather than using MDX or advanced technologies here. So we'll be basically simply using Microsoft SQL Server, and in the connection string just click on edit and then type in the database name, the server name. So to get the server name, basically I go to here, and the way it works is you go to your system name. If you install your SQL Server Reporting Services or SQL Server on your local machine, you'll have the machine name and the server name. In real time, normally you'll have just a server name there. So just copy that, go back into this screen, and that's where it is. And you can use Windows authentication or you can use SQL Server authentication. Normally you would be using Windows authentication even though in the real time, just in case your database administrator doesn't allow you to use Windows authentication, just in case. And if they have given you SQL Server authentication, you can just click on that, put your user ID and password that was supplied, and you can click on save my password to save it, to save the password. In this case I'll be just using Windows authentication option there, and over here you can connect to your database. Simple way is to click on that and you'll see all the databases that are created on your local instance. In this case it's local instance. You can say if you're connected to your server, you can basically look at the databases that you're allowed to see. Okay, in this case I'll just connect to AdventureWorks DW 2008 and basically click on test connection, and the connection succeeded. Click OK. I'll click OK there. There you go. You got the data source, the server name, and the catalog name there. Catalog name is basically the database name. You can go into the credentials. So if you have selected Windows authentication in the general tab, you'll get that, or if you have selected your username and password, that will be automatically populated out here. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll click OK there. There you go, you got the shared data source there. Okay, and now we'll look at the report. So we'll basically go and create a new report. Right here, you got a couple of options there. You can use Wizard to create a report, or you can go in there, add, and then you can create a report from scratch. In this session, we'll be looking at how to create a report using a wizard. I'll click that. Okay, the first screen, we'll go next, and then this is the shared data source that's been created over here. It comes up over here automatically, which is good. You can create a new data source if you want. I'll just leave it as shared data source here as it is, and basically click next. Okay, you got a couple of options again here. Either you can just create your own SQL. I normally prefer to create my own SQL over here in SQL Server Management Studio. Put all the conditions you want to do. If you want to put anywhere conditions, order by, group by, whatever, you just can type in the normal SQL, whatever SQL you normally write, and then you basically copy and paste that here, or I'll just copy that first line there. So I can copy and paste it there, and you can simply go ahead, or you can go to Query Builder, and it's something like Access Database. If you are used to Access Database and if you don't know how to write a SQL, then this is the best way you can do it. You can go to Query Designer and click on that Add Table, that plus mark there, and then you'll see all the tables that are available in AdventureWorks DW, the 2008 database that you have selected before as part of that shared data sources. So you'll see all the tables there, and you can simply select the table that you're after. In this case, I'll just go with dim geography and click add. If you want to add any view, you can go in there, or functions, or synonyms, or click close there. Alright, so we got the table there, we got all the fields that are available for us to use. In this case, just click on all columns for now, and click on this exclamation mark, which is run command there. Click on that. So it basically creates a query for you, as well as it ran the query and gave me the result there. Alright, so let's go ahead and click OK, go to next, and here you got two types of report types, whether it's a tabular or matrix. Tabular is basically, you can see all the column names there, all the data flows down, and in matrix it's basically an intersection. You got intersection of rows and columns there. So it's a different type of report, but at this stage we'll be just using tabular. Click next. Okay, in here you can design the table or basically your report. So what I'll do is basically use English country name, region name here, and then click on page. That will create one page for every country. In the grouping, I'll go by state province name, and in the data I will use the city. Click on the city and then click on the details. That will bring down the city name there. Then I click on the postcode and then click on details again. That will bring down the postcode. Then I click next. So this is the table layout. You got a couple of options again here. You got stepped version, you got the block version. The stepped version is basically, in the previous screen you have selected the grouping, so the page name will be there, so the country name will be there, and over here the second step, the first step will be the state name, and in the data sheet, in the data view, you'll have the city and the postcode. In the block you'll have a different type of layout, but we'll just go with the stepped. You can include the subtotals if you want. Or here in this report there are no subtotals, there's no values there, so just leave it blank. And you can enable the drill down. I'll click that one for now and I'll show you what it means when we see the report. Click next, and you got different types of styles. You can go with any of them. Allow ocean, I'll go with ocean there. Click next and I'll give a name. First report using wizard. Right, I'll click preview report there and click finish. There you go. That's very first report which is just been created for me. So that's the title of the report, and that's the country. So each page will have each country. So that's Australia, the very first one, and you can see Canada, France, Germany, United Kingdom. Alright, let's go back. So within Australia you got states there. You can click down. This is the drill through option, drill down option that we had ticked in the previous screen. When you click on that, you can drill down and you can see the city names and postal codes. If you got too many rows there, that's the best option if you can go. Alright, that's a very first report that we have created using the wizard. Thanks guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please to leave your comments there. Take care, enjoy, and keep smiling.